Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Esther and this is Q-Est Fashion Hub. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're also welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew a boxer. It's a unisex boxer that can be worn by anybody. It can be worn by a man or a woman, a female or a male. Okay, so right here I already have my fabric folded into 4. So I have 2 yards of fabric here. I'm going to make 2 boxers from these 2 yards, and at the end I ended up also having some fabric left. Okay, I already took on my measurement, so I'm measuring 2 inches for my elastic casing, and I'm taking 15 inches for my boxers length. The length of the boxers is 15 inches. Okay, the length actually varies from 14 to 16 inches, so you can use 14, you can use 15, you can also use 16, but you must not go beyond 16. So I'm using 15 for this tutorial. After that, after taking the length, I'm going to measure 1 inch for the hemming allowance. Okay, hemming allowance is 1 inch. Okay, let me go over it again. 2 inch for my elastic casing, 15 inches for the length of the boxer, and then 1 inch for my hemming allowance. So in total I have 18 inches here, including all my allowances. The elastic casing, which is 2 inches, the length is 15 inches, and then 1 inch for the hemming allowance. So that is what I have here, and I folded my fabric into 4. Okay, I'm going to be cutting both front and back together at the same time. So I'm going to be taking my crotch depth, which is 12 inches. So how to get your crotch? You divide your hip by 4 and then add 1 inch to it. So the hip I'm working with is 44, divided by 4 is 11, and then I added 1 inch to it. So that's what gave me 12 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead now at this waistline, because we are going to be using an elastic, so we'll be using the hip measurement. The hip measurement I'm working with is 44, like I said earlier, and then I divided it by 4. I marked it and I added 1 inch to it. So at that point I'm marking 12 inches. Okay, at that point, so I'm going to mark 12 inches all the way till I get to the crotch depth, and then I'm going to connect it. Okay, another way to do it is that wherever you use for your crotch depth, you can use it for the wideness. Is still going to work out. Remember, our crotch depth is 12, and what we are using for that part is 12. Okay, so for your crotch extension, divide what you have at your crotch depth by 4 and impute it there. So for the crotch depth I'm working with, it is 12 divided by 4 is 3 inches. So I extended that part by 3 inches, and then I'm just going to create a curve like this, like you can see me do on the screen. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and take the thigh measurement. So the thigh I'm working with is 24. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark the 12. Okay, at this point. So you're going to mark the 12 at the hem line. Okay, I mark the 12 at the hem line like that, and then I'm going to add half an inch for my seam allowance. So what I have there is 12.5. okay, so I'm going to just connect it like this, like you can see me do. So after that, the next thing we're going to do, the difference between the front and the back is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so you're going to mark 2 inches, like you can see me do. Okay, 2 inches. Okay, so now from that 2 inches, which is for the elastic casing, you're going to measure 9 inches downward, like you can see me do, 9 inches. Okay, but if you take your measurement from the elastic casing, it means you're going to be measuring 11 inches. Okay, so we're going to mark this 2 inches all the way till we get to that 9 inches. Okay, so basically what we're creating is like a zipper fly that is in front of the boxer. Okay, if you have ever made a made trouser, you should understand what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cut it like this, connect it I'm just going to connect it, I beg your pardon, like this. You can mark 1 inch from that part and just connect it. You know the way zipper fly do look like in front of male trouser, so that's what we're doing basically. So we're going to go ahead now and start cutting. Okay, so now watch me. So once you get to that part, which is 9 inches part, okay, we're going to raise it up. So at this point we're cutting just 2 pieces, 2. You know we have folded our fabric into 4, so we're cutting just 2 like this. We're going to cut the waist region, and then after cutting 2, you're going to now fold the 2 inward like this, so you can cut the back panel. So it is just the front that we have that 2 inches extension. The back is just going to be straight like this. Can you see? So that's the back, and this is the front. The difference between the front and the back is this 2 inches extension by 9 inches, but when you measure from your elastic casing, it's going to be 11 inches. So here we have it, guys. So this is it. So we have both the front and the back together. So we're going to notch where that 2 inches extension starts from. So we're going to open it up like this. Once you're done opening it up, you have the right hand side and the left hand side, like you can see me do. This is the left and the other side is the right. Okay, so now for the left, what you're going to do is that part that has a curvy effect, you're going to fold, cut off 1 inch like this, and then we're just going to take it to our sewing machine and stitch like this. So we're basically aiming that low curvy part. So we're going to do the same thing to the second one. Okay, so once we are done for your left and for your right, yes, so once we are done, so this is the left hand side, you're going to fold, cut off 1 inch, and then pick this way to meet the notch part, which is the 2 inches extension like this. Can you see? Then we're going to stitch all the way down and stop at that point, and that is after you have aimed the lower part that I explained earlier. So you fold, cut off 1 inch, and then fold it into 2 to meet where the notch is, and then stitch like this. Okay, for the left hand side, that is after you have done that part. Then you're going to fold again, I'm explaining it again, and then just stitch like this. Now for the right hand side, you're going to fold 0.25 inch, which is cut off 1 inch, and then you're going to fold it like this. Okay, can you see, guys? I'm going to repeat the same thing. Okay, so fold, cut off 1 inch, and fold it into inside like this. Okay, so at this point I was done. Can you see? So this is for the left hand side, and this is for the right hand side. So when you are done, you will notice that the right hand side one is wider than the left hand side one. Okay, so one will be wider than one, so the one for the right hand side is going to be wider than the one for the left hand side because of the way we folded it. Okay, so now we're going to place them on top of each other like this, and then we're going to use 1/2 inch to sew from that point downward. Can you see? And can you see what I'm doing, guys? Right side facing right side, we're going to pin it and then stitch it by 1/2 inch all the way. Okay, so for the second part, which is the back, we're going to place it on top of each other. Now we're going to stitch all the way with 1/2 inch from start to finish. Okay, so that part we're going to use 1/2 inch to stitch it all the way, and do the same thing to the other one. So at this point I was done stitching. Can you see, guys? So I'm just going to go ahead and open it like this. Okay, can you see? So the next thing we're going to do is to open it up like this, and then flip the allowance, which is 1/2 inch, to one side. I'm just arranging it. Okay, so you're going to flip it to one side. Now you're going to fold 0.5 inch, cut off 1 inch. You're going to fold, cut off 1 inch like this inward, and then you're going to pin it down. So you're trying to conceal the rough edges inside. When you look at your ready-made boxers, this is how they do it. Okay, so you're going to fold in the allowance, and then you're going to flip it to one side. You can decide any part you want to flip it to. So you're going to top stitch like this. So we're going to do the same thing to the back panel. Fold 1/4 inch and then fold it to one side, conceal the rough edging and top stitch all the way to the end. Can you see? All the way. So you're just going to fold 1/4 inch and fold the remaining one on top of one side. Can you see how neat it is? So when you look at it from the right hand side, this is what you're going to get to. Okay, so I did the same thing to the front. Can you see? So the next thing we're going to do now is to now fold it into, open it up like this to the right side, turn it to the right side, and then okay, so your right hand side is going to overlap the left hand side, okay, like this. So you're going to pin it down with your pins like this. So the next we're going to do now, from the waistline, okay, from the waistline we're going to go ahead and measure 4.5 inches like this. 4.5 inches from the waistline like this. Okay, can you see? Remember, we're using 2 inches for our elastic casing. Okay, so I'm going to just stitch all the way and stop at the 4.5 inches like this. So that part is going to be open. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, stitch all the way and stop there. So now from there you're going to measure 8 inches from the waistline, 8 inches. Okay, 8 inches. So that point we're going to stitch from this part like this to create that curvy effect like that you always have in front of trousers, main trousers. Okay, so that part is going to be open. Then you're going to stitch like this and stop around where that 8 inches is. Okay, stitch and stop at 4.5. I don't know if you understand. So you're going to leave that part open and then stitch that part and stop at where the 8 inches. Okay, so in total what you're going to be having as the opening, there's just going to be like 3 inches. Okay, so we're going to stitch it like that. So once you're done, we're going to close the inseam, okay, like this. We're going to stitch on the inseam like this. So at this point I was done with this part. I stitch and stop at 4.5 inches and then I cross it like that. Can you see? So you can stitch it down like that, and then I curve this part to have that effect at the front of a boxer or in front of a trouser. So that point is still open. Can you see, guys? So that point is still open, and I've gone ahead to also stitch the inseam, close the inseam like this by 1/2 inch. So the same thing we did for the back crotch and the front crotch, we're going to repeat the same thing for this part. Fold 1/4 inch, fold 1/4 inch, and then flip it to one side and top stitch on it. So once you're done doing that, we're going to go ahead and hem the lower part by folding 1/2 inch, and then we'll fold another 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the same to the second one, fold 1/2 inch and fold another 1/2 inch. So now for the elastic case, we're going to fold 1/2 inch and then fold 1.5 inches, and then we're just going to hem it all the way around. We are leaving 2 inches opening where we are going to be passing our elastic, in. Okay, so at this point I'm done. So the elastic is measuring 28 inches. So whatever your waist measurement is, subtract 6 inches from it. Okay, the waist measurement I'm working with is 34, so I subtracted 6 inches from it and I got 28 inches. So the elastic is 28 by 1 inch. So we're going to just go ahead and pass it into the opening like this. So once you're done, you're going to close the elastic like this, stitch it down like this. Just go ahead and stitch it down like this, and once you're done stitching it down, we're going to go ahead and close that opening. Okay, and then top stitch like twice on top of the elastic, like you're going to be doing 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So at this point I was done top stitching on the elastic. Can you see the lines? I did double line, like 2 lines there on top of the elastic, so the elastic does not just move around. So this is the second one. I made 2 boxers, okay, and I still have leftover for the fabric. So if you want to add a button to your own, what you're going to do is that you're going to put the button holes on the upper one, and then tack your button to the lower one like this, and then you're just going to button it like that. Okay, so this is the final look, guys. Can you see the inside is so neat and clean? Can you see the final look, guys? So beautiful. If you like this video, if it has been helpful, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. My name is Esther and this is Q-Est Fashion Hub. Don't stop learning, keep learning. I love you guys. Bye.